Hey guys, welcome back. I'm John. This is at Green Life. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of yard work, getting stuff started for the spring. We're going to do trimming, edging, quick mow job. Going to throw down some that Preemergent, and we're going to put down some fertilizer. I'll get into the products I'm using once we get to that step, but first, let's go ahead and take care of that mow. So we got that done, and we're going to be doing our Preemergent today, and I'm going to be throwing down some fertilizer as well. Okay, so the Preemergent that I'm putting down this time is going to be the Sunnyland Corporation Fertilizer Produce Herbicide. The primary ingredient in this one, if you look down here, the active ingredient is prodiamine. So we're going to be putting down this one at a rate of 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet. The fertilizer I'm going to be putting down is the Yard Mastery starter fertilizer. It's a 12-12-12 mix, and we're going to put this down at a rate of 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet as well. Okay, so why did we choose a Preemergent? So the reason you choose a Preemergent is because you want to put a barrier down on the soil to help prevent grass-like weeds such as in the fall, your poa annua, and in the spring, the biggest one that we're wanting to prevent here in southeast Michigan is crabgrass. So what the Preemergent does is, when put down and watered in, creates a vapor barrier, more or less, across the top of the soil, top layer of soil. And this is going to prevent that crabgrass from being able to germinate through it. It will also prevent grass seed from germinating, and that is why we don't seed if we're putting down a Preemergent, because it's just going to be a waste of money. You're throwing down seed that's not going to grow. We do want to put this down and water it in with a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of water, and that way it gets into the soil. Now, I have timed this application. It's supposed to rain tomorrow or the day after that, and the bag says to water it in within 48 hours. So I've timed it to hopefully match with some rain, and that'll take care of me, and that way I don't have to go out and water it myself or pay the money to get that water in, even though it's only a 1/4 inch. If I can use the rain to do it, that's better. Now, the bag, you may notice if you bought the same one, is a 007 mixture. These 3 digits are your macronutrients. That means N, P, and K, and it's in that order: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now, the 007 means that 7% of that bag weight is potassium. The reason for that is we need a carrier to get that prodiamine down, and the potassium is the easiest one to do that with. It gives some additional stress protection benefits to the grass, and so that's probably why they chose it, but it's just being used as a carrier to get this prodiamine down to the soil. It does not have any nitrogen, so it's not going to push any growth. That's why I followed it up with a fertilizer blend. Now, the numbers on the starter blend are 12, 12, 12. So 12% of that bag weight is nitrogen, 12% of that bag weight is phosphorus, and 12% of that bag weight is potassium. And that's a well-rounded blend. Because all 3 of my macronutrients were low, according to my soil test, that's why I went with the starter blend. It's got all 3 macronutrients, and it will help me round that out a little bit. Now, we can do some simple math and figure out what percentage of nitrogen, or how many pounds of nitrogen I'm putting down per 1,000 square feet. I'm not going to bore you and go through a whole bunch of stuff here with that. There are other videos from like Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut, that break down the math a lot easier, but having done the math, I know that one application at the bag rate of 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet of the starter blend fertilizer gives me about 0.3334 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. Generally, I try to get around 3/4 of a pound of nitrogen, or close to a pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to follow it up with a second application of fertilizer. Push that stuff in, get this grass growing, get it starting to thrive here in the spring, and hopefully drive down more roots. I just got a new backpack sprayer. I'm going to go over that here in another video from Ryobi. It's their 4-gallon backpack sprayer out of their 18-volt system. I think that's going to help get some of this biostimulant stuff down. I do use the Next biostimulants, their RGS, Human 12, the Aerate product, the Microgreen. I like to use those. I found that they work pretty well. And usually I use a hose and sprayer. I'm going to give this backpack sprayer a try this year. Hopefully be able to put down more of them at the same time, mix them together and put it down. We'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for that one.
Okay, so what you're going to see me do here is when I put down any kind of fertilizer or pre-emergent or anything through my broadcast spreader, is I like to do the perimeter pass first. I like to cover that up, use the edge guard, so I only put it on my yard, keep it out of the street, and just go through and do the edge pass. And then I will go either north and south or east and west. Sometimes I'll do both to put down the rest of the product to cover the rest of the areas.
Folks, so there we have it. Got the first mow of the year done, edging, trimming, all that's all settled up. Got the Preemergent down because soil temps are in the mid-50s now. We're getting warmer days, some cooler nights, but it looks like it's going to be staying that way. So I went ahead and put that down and threw down the first application of fertilizer. Pretty much that's it for today. Coming up this week or early next week, I'm going to be testing out the Ryobi 1 Plus backpack sprayer that I just got, putting down some RGS, humic, aerate, that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks.